Hi everyone, my name is Mohan Krishna Dabbakuti. Today I would like to explain the end-to-end flow of a data analyst project from business requirement to the decision making insight dashboard. Let me go through. In the data analyst workflow, there are 6 primary steps. The first one is client requirement, and the next one is data sources, and the third one is ETL process, and the fourth one is Power BI and data modeling, and the fifth one is creating the insights as per the stakeholder requirement, and the final one is delivery or share the dashboard to the stakeholder or the client. So before starting an analysis, first we communicate with the stakeholder to understand their business goals and the challenges. During this phase, we identify the key business problems, define the KPIs that needs to be tracked, understanding the report requirements and gather the stakeholder exemptions. This is one of the most important phase because a clear understanding of the business lead meaningful insights. And the step 2 is the data source. Once the requirements are finalized, the next step is collecting the data. The data can come from the multiple sources such as Excel, SQL, and APIs and CSV files, etc. In my current project, I used the Postgres database as a primary data source, and I will get the data from the Excel files that which convert into the CSV format and load the data into the Postgres database. The objective is to collect readable and the complete data for the analysis. And the step 3 is ETL process. After collecting the data, we perform the ETL process, which standards for the extraction, transform and the load. Extraction is nothing but here we extract the data from the different data sources. Transform is nothing but we clean the data by removing the duplicates, handling the missing values, collecting the data types, and filtering the unnecessary records and validating the data and data quantity and transforming the raw data into the meaningful format. This is what we done in the transformation. And the final step comes here, loading. Final, we load the cleaned data into the Power BI for the future analysis and the reporting purpose. This ensures that the only accurate and the consistent data is used for the dashboards. And the step 4 is a Power BI and data modeling. Once the data is clean is loaded into the Power BI, we start the data modeling process. We finish establishing the relationship between different tables. After creating the relationships, we build the DAX, measures and collected columns to perform the business calculations. We also validate the data that ensures the dashboard value matches to the original database. It is one of the most important steps. A well-designed data model improves the dashboard performance and makes analysis much easier. Here the final step, creating the insights, which helps to the stakeholder to take the better decision making. Here we create the dashboards. Visuals allows the user to monitor the business performance and compare the trends and identify the total performing products and analyzing the customer behavior and make performed business decision makings. The main objective of convert the raw data into the meaningful business insights. And the final step is deliver and share the dashboard to the stakeholder or client through the Power BI service. These are the steps that which follows the data analyst to complete the project. This is the end-to-end flow. This is part 2 of the data analyst. Previous video I explained about the end-to-end workflow. Now I will live that. So okay, I will start. Being a data analyst, the first step is dumping the data into the database. But creating the database is not our part. So as a data analyst, creating the database and tables is generally not our responsibility. They are usually prepared by the data engineers team and database administrators or provided directly by the client. But to show the demo that how we create the tables and how we dump the data, I will show that how we do that one. Just carefully observe that one, how we are doing that one. So here first, yeah, for the sake of creating table, just I created a table. So just if I run this, yeah, the table is created. So how we dump the data into this particular table, like just we will go to the tables. Once we will refresh, yeah, it will shows the ski, like tap on this, and yeah, we can see the database here. Wait a second. Yeah, we can see, yeah, here employees table. Yeah, just tap on that and go to the import and export data. Just tap on the file name, and we are currently exporting the data from the employee, right? Just tap on here and open, and set the format as CSV, because the database can't directly access data from the excel file dot xslx. We have to change the format into CSV. And uh, on the button header, yeah, this is how we have to dump the data, and later just click on OK. Yeah, the data is dumped into the particular table. You want to see, just I will write a command like select star from employees. Yeah, here we will get the employee data. Like that we will dump the data and we will create the table. But creating table is not our deal. Just dumping data and doing the ETL process is our part, is our job. So from here we will connect our databases to the Power BI, where we can perform the ETL process. ETL is nothing but extract, transform, and the load. So by doing, I will say that one. Now, take a new file. I will say how to connect with that Power BI. Part 3. Here we are moving to the ETL process. After importing the data, the next step is the ETL process, which standards for the extract, transform, and load. Extract. We extract the required data from the source systems. And the transform, we clean the data by removing the duplicates and handling the missing data values and correcting the data types and filtering the unnecessary data and records and preparing the data for the analysis. And the final step is load. Finally, we will load the transformed data into the Power BI to build the data models and create the interactive dashboards. I will show them how to do that one. Just like go get data and connect to your database. Our database is Postgres. Tap on that one and just connect and enter the details. Localhost 5432, and the next one is your database name, sales management DB. Then OK. This is the first step, that what we call extract. We extract the data which is in the DB to the Power BI platform. Here we have to select what tables you want to extract. Currently I need all the tables, so that's why I'm extracting all the tables. and I am tapping on transform data. Generally, our data is quite good and clear, so that's why we didn't need to perform any kind of transformation operations. So otherwise, we have to perform various kinds of transformation operations. But currently, we don't need that one. So just close and apply to load the data into the Power BI. Yeah, here we can see that the data is loading into the Power BI. It will take a bit of time. It creating the models initially. Initially it will create the models, but if you want to obtain any kind of relation newly, we have to make that one. After creating the models, I will show how to do that one, what kind of relationship will make. Yeah, here we can see that here we have 7 tables which we are created. I will show the how the data modeling will done here. Just tap on the model view, we can see that here we can see that we have several tables which are connected the relationship between one to many, many to many, many to one, like that. This is how the data model will works, and this is how the represent data relationship will be. Without this we can't relate the one table to another table, and we can't get the accurate data. For that only we invented the data model. Data model, we have the two key concepts. One is the star schema, which we are currently following. Part 4. On the screen, we can see that the sales board management dashboard. Uh, how we create this dashboard, we have to know some key things. On the top screen, what we are seeing is the KPIs. KPIs is nothing but key performance indicators. When stakeholders directly looks into this point only, like what is the total sales, what is the total orders, what are the total customers count, and what's the quantity sold, average order value, these all things. On the below we have the charts, like what is the total sales for this particular month. Like here we can see that January, February, March. Like what's the here we can see that customer one. When you tap on the customer one, why I say that it is an interactive means the customer one in January 18th, the total sales is 685.1k, and the total orders placed is a 4. One order is placed in Jan, one is placed in April, and another is placed in May. Like that, he places the total orders like that. So that's why if you tap on one thing, Power BI is an interactive dashboard that which will change the entire dashboard. So now I will say how I build this dashboard. First I will go through the KPIs, how I build the KPI, like that. Okay, for that I will take the new blank report. Yeah, I will take this blank report. Here the data is already loaded. So just how to write the KPI. Just go to the new measure. So you'd like to write the measure for the total sales. Just give me the column name. Like you are defining this column name. Total sales equals to sum x of the table name and then column name. Public order details. No need to type also, we'll get the data. Public order details, and then inside of that quantity into unit price, and then Public order discount. There we will get the total sales. Like that we have to write the KPI. Like KPI is nothing but you are creating your new measure which helps to data analysis a bit deep. We can simply drag and drop, but it's not a good method. If you write the KPIs like this, it will helpful to you for the better analysis and better understanding of the data. By simply click on this, a new measure is created and here the new measure is added. So just take the KPI card from here and just tap on this total sales. Yeah, here the total sales is 47.3M. Like this we create the KPIs by writing the new measure, and for the better understanding I will write the one more measure. It is regarding to total, it is regarding to the total sales, no, total customers distinct count, because customers are repeated multiple times, so that's why we used the distinct count inside of that particular table. We are going with customer ID, right? Yeah, this is how we create the measures. I think you got more clarity regarding to this. Yeah, here the total customers also created, and just take the another KPI. Just drop this one here. We can see the total customers is 5. Like this we will write the KPIs. And when comes to analysis of the data, here we can see in this we created a line chart that which shows the total sales of the particular time period. So what we are doing here is, for the customer 1 we are seeing the total sales, that which will help with the help of this Power BI. So just we'll check for the customer 12. Here see the data is changed. So that's why we can say that it is an interactive dashboard. That's how the day-to-day life of a data analyst will work on his projects. Thank you.